Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Joel D. In this video, we're going to talk about choosing your web host. So now that we've found a domain name, it's time to find and sign up for a web host. And without doing that, you can't see your website online. So it's a pretty important step. We're going to be choosing a web host based on the following criteria. And I'm not going to go through every single web host out there and compare and contrast. I'm going to give you a list in the description below. And anyone that I list is, at the end of the day, they're not really much different from each other, especially when you're starting off and you're signing up for a shared hosting plan, because that's what I would recommend. So there are things though that I do want you to be aware of if you are gonna not use the host that I use, which is Bluehost. So make sure that you're finding something that's reliable and affordable. Do your research if you're not using Bluehost. Bluehost is all of these bullets, so that's why I use them. And make sure that there's 99% server uptime, which is, again, pretty standard. Try to get as high as 100% as you can, so 99.999 would be preferable. You want them to have high-speed servers. You don't want your site being slow. You want an easy-to-use dashboard that comes in handy, especially when you're a beginner. And they'll use cPanel, which is their main interface, which is really easy to use, and I'm going to walk through all of this with you. Make sure they have multiple hosting options so you don't have to choose just one expensive one. Then make sure they go from having a cheap plan to a semi-cheap plan to a medium plan to an expensive plan. So as you move up and you grow, you can move up in plans and you don't have to start off wasting a lot of money. Make sure they have 24/7 customer support. That's important. So anything happens, you can reach out to them and they can help you get back online or look into any issues that you may be coming up with. Free SSL certificate is typically given now. You're going to want that. That just makes your site secure. So if you're accepting payments on your website, you need to have that. And in reality, in this day and age, you really just need to have that for anything, and that's having an HTTPS instead of just HTTP. It's a secure layer that will allow you to process payments on your site. One-click WordPress install, extremely important for what we're doing. We want to be able to sign up and put our domain in, then one-click install WordPress and get started right in WordPress. This saves us a tremendous amount of time. So we're going to make sure that the web host that you select has that option. And again, Bluehost is one of the most recommended by WordPress.org in itself. So you can't really go wrong. And again, I don't think you can really go wrong with any of them. All of the selling out there that you see is just affiliate marketing, that they're trying to get you to sign up for a particular web host so they can get a cut. I do the same thing, so I don't blame them, but at the same time, I don't think there's much difference between any of them. I used almost all of them at one time or another, so there are preferences, like I said, I have with Bluehost. So and their simplicity is what I like, and their one-click install for WordPress, which a lot of them have too, but it's just something that I'm familiar with, so it'll help me train you as well. There's a low introductory price if you use my link in the description below, and again, I'll also provide links to all the other hosting services that I recommend in the description below. But if you use my link, you'll get a small discount, $3.95, I believe it's a month, depending on what month it is. It may be even $2.95. So all right, so now that we've gone through that, I'm going to get into Bluehost right now. I'm going to hop over to my web browser now and go to bluehost.com, which I'm already here. You can see they're giving us that free domain, free SSL, one-click install for WordPress, 24/7 support, and that discounted price here. Also, they're going to provide a 30-day money-back guarantee. I didn't put that in my bullet, but I definitely always look for this as well. In case you don't like the service, you can, within 30 days, you can move to a different service if you prefer. So I'm going to go ahead and click Get Started. And when I'm pulling this up, it's going to bring me to some options. So I can have the basic plan all the way up to an advanced plan. And what that's gonna do is help me when I need to scale or if I need to scale. So if I start off on the basic plan and I only need one website at the time, and all of a sudden I start getting a lot of traffic, I need more storage and bandwidth, I need, additional domains, things like that, you're going to want to scale up and move up in plan. So this gives you that option. So you can move up to the plus or the choice plus or the pro. And I always, because I have unlimited website with this plan, I always choose the choice plus. And that's because I create websites, all the time. So I need this plan, at least this plan. And a lot of times I'll move up to pro as well when I need a dedicated IP and I don't want to be on a shared server. So this is your option. I would stick with basic if you only have one website at the time and you're a real beginner. If you have intentions to move up, you can always do that later. But if not, and you already have unlimited, or you already have multiple domains and need unlimited websites, go with the choice plus. I'd skip over the plus plan. And then again, once you get 500 plus thousand visits per month, that's when you're going to want to, and probably before that, you'll want to change up to a dedicated IP, or I would actually probably recommend moving away from Bluehost at that point and going somewhere like WP Engine or WordPress Engine, where they're really more white glove service. They're going to give you a lot better support, and they're really fine-tune their services there. So I really like them as well. However, they're a lot more expensive than these plans. I'm going to go ahead and click the Choice Plus plan. But again, if you're just getting started, you're likely just going to need the basic plan at this point. So I'll click the Choice Plus because I want all the extras. And this is where you're going to enter your domain name that you found. I did find one based on my dog anxiety niche, and it's called dognerve.com. Not super creative or anything, but it's good enough. It does kind of pigeonhole me a little bit, so not that I would necessarily recommend this, but it doesn't, in the sense that I'm using nerve instead of nervous, and I mean, this can mean a lot of things, so I could pivot a little bit within this niche having this domain name. So anyway, I'll click next here, and it's going to bring me to this payment page. On this page, you're going to see that it's telling me that this domain name is available. This is where I said that it's kind of clunky if you do it this way without finding your domain first, because if it wasn't available, it would just give me some mediocre suggestions in a list, and it's just not as intuitive as the other tools. So that's why I'd mentioned using the instant domain search or leandomainsearch.com to find your domain name first. It makes it a lot easier, and I know that it's going to be available when I enter it. Now you're going to want to go down and fill out all your personal information, choose your package, choose your extras, add your payment information, agree to their terms, and click submit. I'm going to do this offline, but I do want to go through a few of these things with you. One being, the longer you sign up with them, the better the discount. So to get that extra discount, you're going to need to sign up for a 36-month plan. If you sign up, which is a 50% or 53% discount, if you sign up for the 24-month plan, you're going to get a 50% discount, or the 12-month plan, you'll get a 47% discount. I'm not going to need this site lock security essential. I have an SSL with it, and this is just additional security, so I don't need this. I'm going to X out of that, and I'm going to actually go with the 36-month plan. But being a marketer, before I even pay this price, I always want to check something, and this is a little trick I'll give you for free. A lot of companies these days are using tools like Opt-in Monster to recapture people who are abandoning their page. So now that they have you on this payment page, if you scroll up and hover over the back button, a lot of times they'll give you an additional discount, assuming that you're trying to leave. You won't see this come up on my screen because I do a lot of demos for Bluehost, and once you're cookied, they won't offer you that same offer again. However, they'll typically email you that offer as well. So if you did think you missed it, check your email. But if you missed it and you come back and you don't see the email, you can always go into an incognito browser and re-sign up and you'll get that discount. And I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, I switched over to my incognito browser. I'm going to click that select again. And I'm going to put in my domain name again. And when this comes up, it's available. But now watch this trick. See how I hovered over this and all of a sudden, guess what? They're offering me an additional discount. So instead of $6.95 a month, I can get $5.95 a month. So just a cool little trick that I tend to do on any website these days because this is so common, and you're a lot of times going to get an additional offer if you pretend that you're leaving the page, and if you really are leaving the page, this is how they try to keep you there. Now let's head back, fill out our account information, select the plan that you want, whether it's the plan I've chosen or the basic plan, and then uncheck most of this stuff unless you're on the basic plan and you want domain privacy. This comes free with the plan that I selected. So fill out your credit card information, agree, and click submit. I'm going to do this again offline so you don't see my payment information, and I'll be right back. All right, I've gone ahead and signed up. As you can see, I went back to my incognito window and got myself that extra deal. So I paid $214 for 3 years of hosting with domain protection, with SSL. It's a ridiculous deal. So, I mean, I'm paying far less than $100 a year over the next, 3 years. So I don't have to worry about this. This is, the benefit of using a hosting service like this. The next step I want to do is create my account. So I'm going to go ahead and click create account. And I'm going to need to create my password here. So I'm just going to go ahead and click password that I am familiar with. I'm going to say I've read and agreed to the privacy and terms, and I'm going to create my account. So now it says my account is ready to go. I'll click on go to log in. Enter my password that I just created. Click enter. They're going to take me right to a wizard to create my website. So tell us your goals. This is going to help them recommend the plugins and extensions for our site. So we'll click on this drop down. We're going to say blog. What type is it? We'll say, for me, it is, let's see if they have anything sports related. Pets and animals. We're going to say that because I'm doing a dog blog. Who are you creating the site for? Myself. And click continue. Now, what would I like to add to my site? Do I want there to be a store there? Do I want to sell products? Maybe. Do I want an about me section? Yeah, sure. I'm just going to click on all three, to be honest, just in case. I could do this later, but we'll say that I want to sell some products right on my site as well. So I'm going to click on store as well and click continue. What do you want to name your store? I'm going to say Dog Nerve. What's your site's tagline? I'll say helping dogs with anxiety. For now, I can change this at any time. Like I said, if I need to pivot, I can change this tagline. Are you comfortable with creating websites? I'm very comfortable, but you can put in where you stand in this position. And then I'm going to continue to theme selection. Now you can look at all the free themes that they're offering you. So whatever you think your site looks like, you can kind of look around in here. I always tend to use Astra. It's very popular, and they offer a cool plugin that's starter templates that'll get you started even quicker. So I'm going to use this Astra theme. And this is going to start installing WordPress on our site. It's that easy, guys. Now that that's installed, it brings me to the home page of my hosting provider. So it's telling me that my site's set up, and now it's time to get ready to launch. So here's where I'm going to want to select the recommended options for when I launch my site. So now that I've installed WordPress on my site, it's ready to go, set up. Now I want to click on My Sites and go to Dog Nerve. So I'm going to click Log into WordPress. And now that I'm logged in, it brings me right to my WordPress dashboard. And this is where we're going to do everything for our site. So we're not even going to worry too much about our host in the sense that, I mean, they're hosting this website for us, but we do everything in the WordPress dashboard. It's that simple. I'm going to clean this up real quick. You're going to want to, I mean, I like to keep my dashboard as simple as possible. You're always going to get these notifications, but we're going to try to dismiss most of them just to clean things up. So let me go ahead and do that. All right. Now, because we did select shopping, WooCommerce is installed for us already from a plugin perspective. So I would just have to run this setup wizard, set up my store. It's very simple. We'll do that later. We're not really focused too much on that right now because I don't think we're going to sell products on our site yet, so we can hold off on that. Next, you're going to want to go to users and change your own password. So this is going to be different than what you logged in or what you signed up with Bluehost for. So you're going to want to go in, click on your username or edit, scroll down. Here's your username, jdoron9, and you can't change that. But what you can do is change your password down here. So new password, generate password. You can either keep this or create your own. I'm gonna hide this. All right, and I'll just click enter or save below. And I should be all set there. So if you haven't noticed also, you're gonna have this weird domain name when you first start off. It's box 2352, something like this, temp domain. So we're gonna wanna go back into our Bluehost portal and go to My Sites and click on Manage Site. This is gonna give you a quick little overview of what's happening on your site, your themes, your plugins, how many users, etc. I'm going to click on settings and I'm going to go to my site URL, and this is where I'm going to put in dognerve.com. Click save updates and we should be good to go now. Now if I come out to dognerve.com, you'll see that it's coming soon because we never launched our site yet. So to get to your admin login going forward, you don't even have to go to your Bluehost portal. You could just go to dognerve.com // WP login and sign in with your user account. Now I'll use the username and password that I just created. Well, the username can't be changed, but the password that I just created in WordPress. Remember, this is different than what you set up with Bluehost when you were signing up. And I'll click login. And voila, we are signed in now this way. So again, going forward, you could always just go to dognerve.com or whatever your domain is, /WPadmin, and it'll bring you to that login screen where you can just log in directly from there. Once we do build our site out, that's when we're going to be clicking on this coming soon active button to launch our site. So we haven't built anything out, so obviously we'll keep it hidden from the world at this point, but you're now on a good platform, a good host. They've been around forever. You got a great deal. We're ready to go setting things up. So in the next video, I'm going to walk you through just a quick overview of this entire dashboard so you get a understanding of what we're going to be doing in the system and how it works and how it operates, and it'll help you going forward when we start building everything out. So hopefully this was helpful. As usual, reach out if you have any questions or if you need any help. Comment below or comment on our Facebook group, and we'll look forward to the next video. All right, thanks everyone.